What's up everyone, Clark Glassford, founder of My Practice Interview, where I help you land your dream job, and we've got a new video coming at you this week, which is all about mindset and checking your interview attitude. Huh? What? My interview attitude? Yep. Some applicants, they need to check their attitude before they walk in that interview door. I've got a brilliant example of a client I just worked with who had all the right to have a negative attitude going into that interview. He turned it around. He landed the role as a result of this and the tips I'm going to give you here today. So stick around. But before we go there, you're here for a reason. You're here because you want interview advice, you want career advice, you want to know how to navigate through all the different steps of the interview. You've come to the right place. Check out in the links below tons of information from my YouTube page. Subscribe, like the YouTube page. I've got new videos every week. If you need additional help, reach out to me. My contact information is below. Make sure you reach out, say hi. Let's talk about how I can help you land that next step in your career. So, ready to go? I am. Here we go. So we're talking about mindset and making sure you check your attitude before you come in for a job interview. I was just working with a client. He came to me. He's all excited about a promotional opportunity with the company he worked for. And he said, I want to get so good that I can just walk in and nail that interview. I said, cool, you've come to the right place. We set up a meeting, our very first session. He's completely deflated. So what's going on? Why are you so deflated? He said, I just talked to my boss. My boss said, I'm not going to stop you from applying for this job, but I don't think you're ready, and I'm gonna look outside the company for somebody else. Completely deflated. And I said, well, what do you wanna do? He goes, he may not want me. I feel I'm ready for the role, but he goes, there may be other opportunities that come down the road within this company here who I really wanna work for. So I wanna go through the process so I can learn from the process and get future opportunities. I said, great, we'll do that. But I said, here's the thing, what you've just experienced is one of the many things in recruitment processes that are out of your control. Your manager has a perception that you're not ready for the role. That's out of your control. What's in your control is how you prepare, what you bring to the interview table, and demonstrating that you do have the skills for the role. You want to challenge that manager on their thought process, on their perception of you, so they have a different point of view. So even if they're still at the end of the day not thinking that you're right for the role, perhaps they're thinking, hey, maybe I can use this individual for another role in the organization. So this is one of those things that was out of their control. Now, why am I talking about attitude and checking your attitude? This client of mine had every right to be down the dumps, negative towards his manager, having an edge, because his manager said, hey, I don't want you. But when you carry those things with you to the interview, those are red flags for the interviewer. If I see someone come into the interview room who looks like they have an edge to them, starts making negative statements in the interview, those are red flags. Those are reasons that I'm not going to hire you. So you have to change your mindset around to go and saying, I believe in myself, I have confidence, I believe I can do this role, and I'm going to demonstrate all these things about myself that will show you I can do the role. And here's the question. Who's in control of your career? Not your hiring manager, not your boss, your current boss right now. You are. You're in control of your career. You are the biggest advocate for yourself. If people don't know what you bring to the table, you need to help them understand. You need to educate them. And when you have that mindset, then you also have the mindset that anything you do, you're gonna do 100%. You're gonna do really well. And with this client, that's what changed his mind around. We talked through all these things and we changed his perception of being, my manager, he's a jerk. Why doesn't he believe in me? To, I'm gonna show him why he should believe in me. He refocused. We started with asking the questions, why'd you want this role? He wanted the role because he liked the company. His values align with the company's values. He saw a career with this organization. He just wasn't aligning with his current manager. Then we talked about the what. What do you bring to the table? What sets you apart? He had tons of experience. There's a video here and a video here which talks about describing the what you bring to the table. I call it the 360-degree view of you. It talks about your education, your experience, your volunteer work, and some of your accomplishments. Watch that video. It is key to defining your what. What do you bring to the table? This manager, all he needed to be was reminded, educated, just shown that this client of mine had what it took for the job. So what happened at the end of the day? Well, he worked his butt off. He prepared for all the interview questions that could possibly be thrown at him for that interview, and he was ready to rock it. What'd he do? Well, he rocked it. He absolutely aced that interview, so much so that his manager said, I don't have any need to look outside the organization. He was the first interview and the last interview. He was hired on the spot. He got the promotion, but it was all because at the very beginning, he checked his attitude. I see so many people on the other side of the table who throughout their career feel they've been disadvantaged, feel they've been thrown, the wrong things their way, and feel like the world owes them something. It's not the attitude you need going into that interview. Go in with being positive, being in control, and being in control of what you want to say about yourself to convince that hiring manager you are number one, and you get to hear those words, you're hired. So those are the tips today. Check your attitude. It's all about a positive mindset, all about bringing your A game to that interview. So I hope you've enjoyed the video this week. As always, in the links below, free copy of my practice interview ebook. If you've heard me say it before, if you've never heard me say it before, look below. It's free. It's there for you. It walks you through step by step how you prepare for job interviews. But best of all, it has sample practice interviews at the end of the book. It is so worth your while. After that, I've got the My Interview Accelerator workshop. It's a digital workshop presented by me, which allows you to learn how to prepare for each stage of the interview, starting with your resume, cover letter, all the different interview questions that can be asked, how you answer those questions, and at the end of the day, how to navigate through all the pitfalls and mistakes that I've seen applicants make. Make sure you avoid all those so that you land your dream job. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And like I always say, keep on rocking those interviews. See you next time, everyone. Bye.